Hello, my name's Dieter and welcome to Win Some Loosemore. You join me for Why I Like, a series of videos where I take you through some of the games in our collection and tell you why I like them. Today I'll be talking about a game that is new to our collection, although not new to us, nor a new game. Today I'll be telling you why I like Sushi Go Party. Now, Sushi Go Party is a bigger version, if you like, of a game that is just called Sushi Go. Sushi Go is usually in a tin about a quarter of this size and is a drafting game that has one of each type of thing that you'd get. Now, Sushi Go Party came and added then some variability, so each game you can set up a different menu, so there'll be different types of cards within each game. Why don't I show you how it works and I'll come back and tell you why I like Sushi Go Party. So here I've set the game up for 4 players. I have used the basic menu, the first meal menu from here. So from the box, there's the different categories of things and it tells us which type, and we just pop in the right one of these that goes in from the different types. And then the cards from that type, just put this back up, go into a deck which I've shuffled and I've dealt. Because it's a 4-player game, we're doing 9 cards to each player, depending on how many players you've got that go in. And then the desserts, we've made a stack, and again, because it's 4-player, we've added 5. We'll add more in each round, and that would be different for a higher player count. So in here it's really helpful. It's got those different types that you can use or create your own menu. You can mix and match however you like. So I've set the game up for 4, and it's very simple on your turn. We've shuffled it out. Everybody starts at 0. The nigiri will be in every game. Everything else might be different. Let's say I'm this player over here and I look at my hand. Very simple. Drafting game. Wow, these are semi-shuffled, and I go, what's going to be good for me? Got 9 each. So they scored differently. Marquee there. Whoever has the most at the end of a round, once all 9 cards have been played, will get 6 points. Second place 3. Again, higher players, there'd be a third place score as well. But that's not there, and I don't have any in my hand. I've got wasabi, which would triple the next nigiri that I play, or tea, which at the end of the round gives me 1 point for each card in my biggest group that match. Miso is a little bit tricky. I'll show you that one in just a moment. Tempura, if I have 2 of them at the end of the round, I get 5 points. Sorry. Sashimi, if I get 3, I get 10 points. And desserts are different. I'll explain those as we go. So I am going to, let's play miso. Let's see what happens. So I place 1 down and then I pass the rest of the hand to my left. At the same time, everyone else has been doing the same thing. So they'll have been looking at their hand and they'll say, oh, I want this nigiri, so let's pop that. And then they'll pass to the left. Similarly, I won't look, they'll just keep that one, and this person will keep that one. Once everybody's chosen, we flip the card that we have chosen. Let's see what they came out with. And dessert, nice and interesting. Now miso, if anybody else had revealed miso, we would both have to discard it. As it is, I didn't have to, so I get this, and that now becomes 3 points for the end of this round. So I look at my new hand, which is this one, and I say, what do I want to take next? Miso, there's 2 of them here, but I definitely passed more than 1 on, so there's a risk of that. Desserts vary, but this particular one, the green tea ice cream, there it is. If you have 4, for every 4 you have, you get 12 points at the end of the game. And yes, I'm going to start off my dessert collection. They are going to wasabi and pass on. This person, I'm going to do it blind, and this person do it blind, pass it on, and so on and so on. We all reveal, so it's a surprise for some of us. Now on the makis, it's not just the number of cards, it's actually the number of the maki rolls on it. So that would be worth 3. And we would keep this going. Why don't I just skip ahead so you see there to the end of the round, and I'll show you how scoring works. So here now everybody has their 9 cards that they've chosen in front of them, and we go through this scoring. So this person will start with nigiri. They have no nigiri, so they score nothing. This person has a squid nigiri worth 3 and an egg nigiri that they tripled with a wasabi. So let's say they're blue. They are getting a total of 6 points for their nigiri. This person, 6 is 1 is 7. And nigiri here, we've got 6 for the yellow. Okay, now maki, who has the most? This person, they have 8, and this person has, I can't count, 4, this person 1, so they have the most. So what are they, the yellow, they get 6, 0 and 12. This person gets, they were blue, weren't they? They get second place, so they get 3 points to go there. They don't get anything. Wasabi, we've sorted. Tea. This person has a T, so we look at their biggest one. It's only 2, so they get 2 points. 1, 2. And this person here has a T, and they have a largest stack of 3. So 1, 2, 3. Let's have a look. And tempura. This person gets 5. This person gets 5. And that's it, because this doesn't count for anything. They have to have a whole 2. Sashimi, this only person only has 2, so they didn't score that. They've only got 1, nothing happens. And then ice cream, we don't score now. And so all cards, except ice cream, comes back, or whatever the pudding might be. We take all of these back into the deck. It's going to take me a little while because I'm clumsy. Here we go. So they leave out their puddings, and then let's look under this tile. It should tell us. In round 2, we add another 3. 1, 2, 3 more puddings into the deck. We shuffle these out. I took those. There we go. So they had no puddings. Ooh. Unless you watch back and actually I took a pudding when I shouldn't, which may well have happened. So this shuffles up. We've now added 3 more puddings. We deal out 9 again. We go again. We do scoring. After that, we add, what does it say? 2 more? Yes, 2 more in 2 to 5 player. We do the same thing. So there are 3 rounds. Each time we score. At the end of the game, whoever has the most points on the track, and then including if they got any bonus points for dessert. So in this case, if for every set of 4 they have is 12 points. Whoever has the most points at the end is the winner. So why do I like Sushi Go Party? Well, we are a soft touch when it comes to drafting games. They are one of our favorite types of game, one of our favorite mechanics. It's just very simple. A lot of the games that we enjoy, whether it's card drafting or tile drafting, whatever it might be, use this kind of mechanic. It's just a very simple, engaging way of making choices that impact you, potentially impact other people, whilst not having to focus too much on too many things at one time. Really clever thing. You've got your hand, you just take the one that you want, or you can look around and go, oh, they need that, I'll take this so they can't get it. Pass it on, pass it on. Good, lots of games like it that we enjoy. I've mentioned a few of them before, but this is one of the more basic, most streamlined versions. You're not building anything particularly apart from those desserts that stay each round. You're going to see the same cards each time, you're just building it up. And so we've played Sushi Go, the base version, a fair few times, and we enjoy it. But what Party brings, that ability to change what's there. It's not just different sets. This isn't an expansion. It's not here's Sushi Go and now here's a different version of it. Here's several types of each one so that you can mix and match and make your own. Yes, it's got the preset menus in the game, in the manual, where it tells you this is one setup, here's another. I think it gives you like 10 different combinations that they suggest and what kind of strategy that they're suggesting. But the fact that you can just go, well, let's randomly just pick, okay, we'll go through the appetizers, we'll have these ones this time. And some of the effects, some of the way that they score is really interesting and very clever. And so, yes, that basic set that I showed you was largely all positive things, like whoever has the most, or if you have 2 of these, 3 of these, whatever it might be, it's all positive scoring. There are other puddings that if you don't have any of them at the end of the game, you get minus points and things like that. I think, what was it, the miso was the only one that potentially had a negative thing in that if 2 people played it, they're gone. So the variability within the game is great. Now, I'm not much of a one for tins generally. They're too prone to getting dented and that kind of ruins it. I mean, cardboard can still get dented, but it doesn't look so neat on the shelf. It's not so uniform with all the other things, but it's a nice one, it's well designed, it looks good, so it's okay. it's fine. But I would rather a box, probably. But that's just me. Maybe not just me. Let me know in the comments what you think in this big tin box debate, but never mind. So the variability is good. The gameplay is really solid. I like the range that you can play. I don't think we've actually tried this one in 2 yet, because we've got a couple of games that work well as drafting games at 2. We haven't. We'll try that. There are some cards you just can't use because they don't work well with 2 players. But we'll see how that goes. But I think we've played at pretty much every other number, certainly up to 8. So we played, 5-player today. We've played 3 and 4, certainly I have. Yeah, we've probably played them all, and it works. It works just as well because it's the drafting mechanism where you're just focused on your hand and it's all happening simultaneously. There is no real time difference between 2 players, 5 players or 8 players, because everything's happening simultaneously. The only thing you've got to do that takes a little bit longer is score 8 people's things on the track rather than 3 people's things on the track. Like, that's the only thing that's going to add time. So it's a fast game, easy to learn. We taught a new person just today even, and they're not particularly a gamer, and immediately pick it up because it's just so simple, it's so smooth. Are there better drafting games out there? Probably. People could name loads, but is there one that's just this simple and straightforward and engaging and beautiful? I mean, never mind the tin, the cards themselves, I really like the cutesy looking faces on sushi. That's so strange. Why would you want that? And yet it works. So yeah, for that, it works really well for us. Brilliant gateway game. If you just use the basic set, you want to mix it up, make it a next step game, that works as well. So it's great filler, just to sit down, 20 minutes, half an hour, bust out 3 rounds, jobs are good and production's great. Nothing really bad to say about it. Sushi Go Party. This is typically nearly twice the price of normal Sushi Go. So if you're just looking for something to take around with you, I'd recommend Sushi Go. It's a great game. If you're looking for something to add to your collection that will contribute something more beyond just it's a light filler that pops out every now and then, or is a good one to take with you, Sushi Go Party is probably the way to go. You don't need both, because this has everything that Sushi Go has. So there's no need for both. We ummed and ahed about which to get. We settled on this one because we're probably going to play it quite a few times, so we want the variability that comes with it. But either way, Sushi Go Party, excellent introduction to drafting games or addition to a collection that may already have drafting games. Well worth having Sushi Go Party. Thank you very much for watching. Do stay notified when we put out new stuff, so subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, hit the bell icon so you get notified when we put new stuff out. You can also follow us on social media to see what we are up to in between times on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Just search up Win Some Loosemore and you will find us. I have been Dieter for Win Some Loosemore. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.